What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we completed up the Lakebed Temple and got ourselves the final Fused Shadow. But then Zant attacked, and everything went downhill after that. He stole all of our Fused Shadows and cursed us, so we are stuck in our wolf form, even though we are here in the light world. And Midna, well, she has seen better days. Thankfully, though, the Spirit Lanayru teleported us out of there in the nick of time and told us that we need to go and visit Princess Zelda because she holds the key to transforming us back to our former self. So, that's what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to go to Hyrule Castle and find the princess. Now, this is honestly one of my favorite moments in the game because it's interesting. Like, up until this point, we were only getting stronger. And then as soon as we got the last Fused Shadow and reached our quote-unquote strongest point, Zant attacks us and knocks us all the way back down. Like, we are now worse off than we were originally since Midna is injured and we can't use, like, any of her powers. So, it's a very interesting dynamic. And the musical track that is playing in the background is called Midna's Lament. It's a very beautiful track, but it does its job perfectly. Like, it aids in that selling of pure desperation. That's sort of where we're at right now. Anyways, though, we actually want to make our way over to Telma's bar because remember when we were talking to her in Kakariko Village? She said that there was sort of a passageway in her bar that actually led to Hyrule Castle. So, we're going to head over there and see if we can find that passageway and use it to actually reach the princess because she should be in the same spot when we saw her in the Twilight Realm. Beast, get out! And oh man, it seems like because we're a beast, the humans aren't going to let us in the bar. That's not a good thing. You there! I wonder who that could be. Hey, it's Telma's cat! I wonder what she wants. You're Link, correct? Yes, I thought so. I could just tell, you know? I'm Luis. Do you remember meeting me in the shop before? Though I don't think we were properly introduced. In any case, I must tell you, I'm a bit puzzled as to why you look like that. Really, dear, you can't blame the humans for tossing you out the way you look. Oh, another patient. You certainly are a curious sort. Please. Princess Zelda. This way. Here, get in through the window. The attic is connected to the castle's waterway. It's an old waterway, though, so it could be a rough trip. Well, I suppose all that's left to do is to make sure the humans don't notice you. Alright, so with the help of Telma's cat, we should actually be able to reach the castle. First things first, let's move this box, that way we can actually make our way inside the bar. Like I said, since Midna is sort of like, you know, in dire need of some help right now, we can't access any of her powers, and that includes, like, her jumping ability, so we're gonna have to find some creative ways to get to higher places. Anyways, though, now that we're actually inside the bar, you can see we're sort of up on, like, the attic section, and thankfully there are some tight ropes up here that we can use to make our way across, so do your best to be very careful up here and make sure you do not fall down. There's also a ton of pots that, like, you could easily knock over. Just do your best to not do that because if you do knock over a pot, they will, like, notice something is up, so just don't do that. It's for the better, trust me. Anyway, let's carefully make it onto this rope. There we go. And I actually want to stop here and listen into the conversation that's going on at this table because it's kind of interesting. I heard that an acquaintance of Telma's defeated the beast that had been attacking tourists on the bridge. His name was Link. It sounds as though he brought Telma and her young ward to Kakariko Village. And here I was thinking Hyrule was empty of men of valor. Oh no, I don't believe he's from Hyrule proper at all. No, my understanding is that he's from a small neighboring province of Ordana. This may sound horribly elitist, but people who do not know the city simply do not know fear. Alright, so it's kind of cool that they're talking about us, although it doesn't seem like they trust us just yet. But let's not worry about that now. For now, let's work on making our way into that waterway. And hey, check it out, there's a ton of gold in here. Ooh, and one of those lanterns like we saw before. And check it out, yeah, if we put on our senses, we can actually see what that lantern is. It's actually a ghost, or sort of a Poe. And yeah, if we attack it, we can rip out the Poe's soul. So now we know what those things are and what you can get from them. We still don't exactly know what they do, though. We're gonna find out. So let's go up to this, like, weird golden man and talk to him real quick. Oh, thanks for beating up the ghost. Can I call you Doggy? I'm Giovanni. I became consumed by greed long ago and sold my soul to a dark creature that did this to me. I can't move. I can't go see my girlfriend. My pet cat Gangle is frozen on my head. I don't think I could be more miserable. I have to ask you a favor, Doggy. Can you find and defeat the 20 ghosts that lurk in the dark for me? I think if you can free the pieces of my soul from the ghosts that hold them, I'll be free. Oh, but it's raining out now, so I don't think you can go outside directly. I'll open the door to the underground waterway for you. And yeah, inside that chest is not a really cool item, it's just a secret passageway. Once the rain stops, you can come back in here by digging around the front wall where the cats gather. Understand, Doggy? Yeah, we get it. So, the Poes are actually holding that man's soul. It's kind of sad that, like, greed just completely consumed him, and now he's actually just trapped as a golden statue. You kind of feel bad for him, so I guess we could, along our way, do our best to find all the fragments of his soul and maybe set him free. But first, let's pull this switch and swim down the waterway. That way we can eventually find our way to the castle. This will actually lead us to someplace very familiar. But before we get there, we gotta deal with these Skulltulas. So, attacking them is similar to how you would attack them in your human form. Just wait for them to attack you, and then go in on your wolf form, and you should be able to kill them relatively easy. Alright, there we go. So now those guys are both gone. We need to find a way to burn that web. Thankfully, there's a couple of sticks lying around here and a lit torch, so put 2 and 2 together, and there you go. Now we can easily burn down this web. Make sure you keep this stick with you, because we're going to be doing that again. Also, yeah, you can actually light both sides of the stick on fire, and I recommend doing that because, yeah, as you can see, sometimes, like, one side of the stick will go out before you can actually light the next torch. You know what, real quick, let me actually take care of all these bats because they are just going to get in my way. Alright, so, let me relight this real quick because, yeah, I kind of thought it was going to go out soon. And I need to light that web up there on fire. That way we could, like, move through here. Alright, there we go. Sweet. And I do not need this torch anymore, so have fun there, my friend. You know, let's actually take out these enemies. Like, we don't really have to, but I really just do not want them following me around, so might as well get rid of them. And, don't worry, I did not forget about you, my friend. I will kill you just like I did your friends, don't worry. Alright, there we go. Now, you're probably wondering what you do from here. Well, if you turn on your senses, you can actually see that the giant black spot in the middle you can dig into. I mean, it was kind of obvious, but once you dig through here, well, check it out. This should look very familiar because it's actually the very same sewer that we were in, like, you know, when we first transformed into a wolf and were introduced to the Twilight Realm. So, we have to make our way up this spire again, except this time, since we can't use the powers of Midna to jump up, thankfully they installed some tight ropes for us and we can easily use these to get across, so that's kind of cool. And oh no, I did not kill the archer. That is actually a very bad thing. That could pose a pretty big problem, actually. I thought he was dead. And yep, I kind of thought that was going to happen. Fantastic. Alright, you know what? Let's make sure we kill him this time around. That way, we can actually make some progress up here. Get out of here. Alright, let's do this. Or not at all. Fantastic. It's going to be one of those types of episodes, isn't it? Alright, come on, Link. Get on the rope. There you go. Like, normally you don't really need to worry too much about the enemies in this area, except for that archer at the beginning, because obviously he can shoot you from far away, and since you move kind of slowly on these tight ropes, he will pretty much hit you and knock you all the way down. So it's kind of imperative that you at least take that one enemy out. Everyone else you can kind of run past if you want to, but I'll probably just play it safe and take them all out, since obviously I do not want to risk like falling off. And can I... Alright, that was not what I wanted to do. Can you climb up, please? There we go. Get on the rope. I'm like trying to be very careful not to fall now, because I do not want to do all of this over again. And oh no, another enemy. Yeah, sometimes like they will also install tight ropes that pretty much lead to the same staircase. So really what you want to do is only go on the tightrope at like the end of this staircase, you know, the one that you absolutely have to go on to get to another staircase, like this one. So let's just travel across here, and don't worry about like enemies that are close to the edge of the tightrope. Like, they won't hit you you know, while you're on it, as long as you keep moving, because like their attacks are somewhat delayed. So like, for instance, this guy, he's right there, but yeah, if you just keep going, you'll be able to walk past him. And thankfully now this door is open, so we can just exit right through here, and well, this will take us to the top of the castle. So first things first, let's get rid of all these enemies. Alright, you know what, Archer? You need to die, my friend, because those arrows are getting kind of annoying. So I am going to murder you in like the most brutal way that I can possibly do it. Come on, dude, get up. Alright, there we go, finally. But yeah, so now that we're up here, all we need to do is actually just make our way into Zelda's chamber, kind of like we did the first time we were here. You know what I don't understand, though? Like, when we were here in the Twilight, we saw a couple of Hyrulean guards up here, so I don't know what happened to them, but they're not here anymore, and now this place has sort of a ton of monsters up here, which is kind of weird as well, considering, like, if this is the top of Hyrule Castle, you would sort of expect this to be like the last place you would find monsters, right? Alright, anyways, now that that Kargarok is gone, before we go any further, there's actually one thing that I do actually want to get. So, when the wind is really strong, it actually blows this bridge sort of up, and if you make your way back here, yeah, you can smash that crate and get 50 rupees. It's kind of cool. Now, I'm going to wait for the wind again because I did not jump fast enough. Yeah, you want to make sure, like, the wind is blowing when you jump on those bridges, otherwise you'll just, like, plummet straight down, and make sure you have enough time to actually jump on it and make your way all the way across. We're going to have to do that again up here as well. So let's go, and sweet, we made it. Now all we got to do is pretty much just jump down onto this roof, and yeah, we're there pretty much. So let's just go, man, go. And I am totally going to ignore this Kargarok because I do not give a crap about him. We are right here anyways, so let's just enter the doorway, or window, or whatever this is, and check it out. Now we're on the spiral staircase, and we're back in Zelda's chamber. Please, please tell me, how do we break the curse on this one? This is the one. You need him to save your world. That's why, Princess, please, you must help Link. What binds him is a different magic than what transformed him when he first passed the current of Twilight. It is an evil power. Our world is one of balance. Just as there is light to drive away darkness, so too is there benevolence to banish evil. Head for the sacred grove that lies deep within the lands guarded by the spirit Farron. There you will find the Blade of Evil's Bane that was crafted by the wisdom of the ancient sages, the Master Sword. The Master Sword is a sacred blade that evil can never touch. Evil cloaks you like a dark veil, and that blade is the only thing that can cleave it. Link, hero sent by the goddesses. Like you, I have been granted special powers by the goddesses. Fine, Link. You can get to the woods on your own, right? Princess, I have one last request. Can you tell him where to find the Mirror of Twilight? Midna, I believe I understand now just who and what you are. Despite your mortal injuries, you act in our stead. These dark times are the result of our deeds, yet it is you who have reaped the penalty. Accept this now, Midna. I pass it to you. No, Link, stop her! We go back, Link. Back to Farron Woods. Zelda, I have taken all that you had to give, though I did not want it. Alright, well, it seems like we got Midna back, and we know where to go next. But at what cost? Hyrule Castle seems to be trapped inside sort of a force field of Twilight, and Zelda is nowhere to be found. Doesn't seem too good, but I guess we'll have to find out in the next episode, because that's going to do it, guys. So if you enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing, but once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.